JMS in MuleSoft. Now we are focusing on JMS, the Jakarta Messaging API, formerly Java Message Service or JMS API. Is a Java Application Programming Interface API for message-oriented middleware. It provides generic messaging models able to handle producer-consumer problem that can be used to facilitate the sending and receiving of messages between software systems. Jakarta messaging is a part of Jakarta EE and was originally defined by a specification developed at Sun Microsystems before being guided by the Java community process. Here you can see the point-to-point message delivery mode. In this type of messaging, exchange of messages happen between a single sender producer and a single receiver consumer via a queue. Once the sender publishes a message, it is retained in a queue until a receiver consumes that message. This diagram shows this delivery mode, and here you can see client 1 is connected to message and it is send, and message is connected to queue, and here you can see the client 2 is connected to queue and consumes is passed from message 2 to queue, and acknowledges are passed from client 2 to queue, and this is messages consumed. Here you can see publish subscribe mode. Here we can have multiple receivers that receive the same message simultaneously, given that they have subscribed to the message broker via topics. When a message is sent, the topic publishes to all the subscribers and retains it until it is consumed. A subscriber can be durable or non-durable. The messages are stored persistently for a durable subscriber and can be recovered if the message broker fails. However, for a non-durable subscriber, the message are not stored, so no message is delivered if the consumer connection is lost. This diagram shows the publish subscribe delivery mode. Here you can see client 1 is connected to message, and message publishers, and message is connected to topic. Interact with client 2, client 3, and client 3. Delivers is passed from topic to client 2, and subscribes are passed from client 2 to topic, and here delivers are passed from topic to client 3, and subscribes are passed from client 3 to topic, and you can see the message here. Here you can see publish, subscribe, and point-to-point. Here you can see queue. Typical use cases, this is work distribution. Number of connected consumers allowed 0 or more. Who receive the message? Only one receiver. If no active subscribers, message persist. This is topic. Typical use cases: one-to-many broadcast. Number of connected consumers allowed 0 or more. Who receive the message? Who receives message? All active subscribers. If no active subscribers, a message dropped if subscriber is not durable. Here you can see publish and subscribe one to many. This is publisher is connected to topic and topic is connected to subscribers. Here you can see point to point, one to one. Sender is connected to queue and queue is connected to the potential receiver. Here you can see JMS queues in runtime cluster runtime instances. JMS can be used to achieve HA and FT by routing messages through JMS queues. In this case, each message is routed through JMS queue whenever it moves from a component to component. Pros are easy to do and well understood by developers. Cons requires a lot of transactions and transactions can be complicated. And performance hit if you are using XA. Here the transport is connected to a inbound router via JMS and transport is connected to JMS and queue, and queue is connected to inbound router. Inbound router is connected to queue. Again, queue is external queue, and queue is connected to service component, and service component connected to queue, and queue is connected to outbound router. Outbound router is connected to the queue, and queue is connected to transport. Here, transport, inbound router, service component, outbound router, and transport are in Mule server in cluster. Here we are considering publish messages using JMS connector. Here publish message to a queue. In this example, you configure the operation to publish message to a queue specified in the destination field. In the JMS connector 1.8 Mule 4, Anypoint connector for JMS Java message service, JMS connector enables sending and receiving messages to queues and topics for any message service that implements the JMS specification. JMS is widely used API for message-oriented middleware. It enables the communication between different components of a distributed application to be loosely coupled, reliable, and asynchronous. The main features of JMS connector include the publish and subscribe pattern support on any given destination, listen and reply pattern support on any given destination, publish and consume pattern support on any given destination with a fixed or temporary reply queue, fully compliant with JMS 2.0, 1.1 and 1.0.2 specification. The publish operation publishes whatever it is in the message payload to the specified queue. Here you can see you configure the operation to publish a message to a queue specified in the destination field. Step 1, in your studio flow, select publish operation. Step 2, set the destination field to the queue name, for example invoice queue. With the here you can see step 2, set the destination field to the queue name, for example invoice queue. This is publish operation configuration to a queue. In the XML editor, the JMS publish and destination configuration look like this. As an example too, we can consider publish the message to a topic. The publish operation can also publish the message to a specified topic destination. Because all the configurations of the operation and message are identical, you just need only to configure destination type to topic. In this example, you configure the operation to publish a message to a topic destination. Step 1, in your studio flow, select publish operation. Step 2, set the destination field to the queue name. For example, publish operation configuration to a topic destination. Image topic destination. The publish configuration is screen. Set the destination type to topic. Here in the description there should be an image, and this is neglect this part here. Yeah, it's modified. And here you can see in the XML editor the JMS publish and destination type configurations look like this. As an example 3, we can consider add the connector to your Mule project. Add anypoint connector for JMS connector to your Mule project to automatically populate the XML code with the connector's namespace and schema location, and to add the required dependencies on the project's pom.xml file. This is under JMS connector 1.8 Mule 4. Step 1, in the Mule palette view, click search in the exchange. Step 2, in the add dependencies to project window, type JMS in the search field. Step 3, click JMS connector in available modules. Step 4, click add, and step 5, click finish. Adding a connector to a Mule project in Studio does not make that connector available to other projects in your Studio workplace. Now here we are considering JMS messaging support models in JMS connector Mule 4. JMS supports 2 models for messaging: point-to-point queues and publish and subscribe topics. Now we are considering configure an ActiveMQ connection in using Anypoint Studio to configure JMS connector 1.9 Mule 4 in JMS connector. The JMS connector supports ActiveMQ5 by using ActiveMQ connection settings. With this connection, you can use JMS 1.1 default or JMS 1.0 2B specifications. You can also configure all general connection parameters for JMS as well as customer parameters present in your ActiveMQ. After you declare ActiveMQ connection, customize connection factory to your desired configuration. Every parameter in the connection comes with a default value, meaning that you are required to configure only the parameters relevant to your case. Also, ActiveMQ connection exposes parameters that are exclusive to ActiveMQ implementation, like initial delivery delay. In the following example, you configure the ActiveMQ connection. In the Studio, navigate to the global element tabs. Click create. In the filter box, type JMS and select JMS config. Click OK. In the connection field, select ActiveMQ connection. In the factory configuration field, select edit inline. Set the broker URL here you can see here again In the factory configuration field, select edit inline and here, and set the broker URL field value to address of the broker to connect to, and for example here the TCP colon // localhost colon 161.616. Click OK. Here the JMS Connect ActiveMQ configuration. In the XML editor, the JMS active MQ connection and JMS factory configuration connections look like this. Here you can see add a namespace for the connector in JMS Connect XML, and Maven support Mule4 in JMS Connector. This example shows how the namespace LU statements are placed in the Mule XML block. Now we are considering increase concurrent messages. Increase concurrent messages processing in Tune JMS Connector for performance in JMS Connector. To improve the performance of your application, increase the number of consumers that receive messages from the same destination. JMS Connector enable you to increase the number of consumers by configuring the number of consumers field in the on new message source. By default, this source enables for consumers to receive messages concurrently in the same destination, but you can increase this number to the one that best fits your needs. In the following example, you increase the number of consumers receiving messages concurrently. In Studio, select on new message source from your flow, and in the on new message source configuration screen, set the number of consumers field to 20. Here the JMS connector number of consumers configuration here. In the XML editor, the number of consumers configuration look like this. Now we are considering enable verbose login for JMS connector. In enable verbose login in troubleshooting JMS connector Mule4 in JMS connector. Sometimes you are not sure why the application is failing, and you require better understanding of what is going on in the application interaction with the JMS server. To gather the details log, use the configuration file to increase the login level on the server side. Enable verbose login for JMS connector. Access Anypoint Studio and navigate to the Package Explorer view. Open your application's project name. Open the source main resources path folder. Open log4j2.xml file inside the folder. If the following line is already in the log4j2.xml, uncomment the enable it or otherwise add it. Now we are considering default configuration in configurations in JMS connector reference 1.9 Mule4 JMS connector. Here the parameter name, the name for this configuration, connectors reference the configuration with this name. Now we are considering configuring the connector in Mule3 example. In Mule3 example, in configuring the connector in migrating to JMS connector, in migrate connectors, in migration to Mule4, in Mule4 for Mule3 users in Mule runtime, moving from 3.x transport configuration to JMS connector configuration. Mule4 implies basically using the same extract parameter by declaring them in a more cohesive way. This means, for example, that the parameters that are used for consuming messages are declared in a consumer config group, while generating general authentication parameters are configured in the general group. Also, separation has been made between parameters that affect the behavior of the connector present in the config from those who affect the how connection is established present at the connection level. In the Mule3 example, configuring connector is here. In the same configuration, achieve Mule4 by the setting the same parameters in the context where they actually apply, like no local or durable, affecting only the topic consumer. Here the mule for example configuring the connector. Here the topic consumer. Yeah. As an exception example, we can consider this occurred in the environment with Mule server 3.9.0 and JBoss ActiveMQ server. Org.mule.module.launcher deployment start exception, connect exception colon connection refused, connect at org.mule.module.launcher.application default Mule applications start, caused by JMS, caused by javax.jms.jms exception, could not connect to broker URL, reason java.net.connect exception, connection refuse connect, etc. As an error example, we can consider this one, the org.mule.runtime.co.internal.exception.onError propagate handler message. An error occurred while listening for the reply from the queue. Test queue failed to retrieve a message, operation timeout, failed to retrieve a message, operation timeout, and error type JMS colon timeout. This is the element here, and other informations are here, and etc.